Hello and welcome to Kelly Legends Media. I want to thank each and every subscriber who subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to get right into this video, okay? As many of you know, I guess sometime last night, Danny Ayala decided to do a video. Not about me only. Although he did spend 8 or 9 minutes just talking about me. Everybody else got like 3 minutes. Anyways, so he decided to do a video. He has pictures of all the YouTubers on the genre, right? Well, not all of them, but the ones that do the most reactions, okay? And one by one, he goes trying to throw him under the bus, you know? I guess he's trying to take his attention off of him and put it to somebody else. What I recommend, little Danny, man, is, hey, check this out. Don't worry about repairing your YouTube situation. Don't worry about trying to repair your viral situation. It's unrepairable. Worry about repairing the relationship with your kids. That's what's important. Try to get their understanding, not an audience. Try to get your kids' understanding, your kids' love, your kids' acceptance, okay? Rather than come on social media and be worried about what a bunch of people are saying about you. You say that usually when someone talks about somebody, you only get 5% of the picture of who that person really is, you know? But the 5% we got is bad. You know, girls are going to be thinking about this when they meet you. You're going to fall, eventually you're going to fall in the wrong hands, Danny. And that's just the way it happens. If you don't know, ask somebody, okay? Another thing I'm going to jump to is the green light. Yeah, I was part of the green light. I was there when the green light was given to us. Okay? I was there when the homeboys had a meeting with vatos from other maravillas that we were having trouble with, Donoso's pet. And I was part of all those conversations and everything that followed. So I don't know where you're getting at, that all I was doing was getting high. Yeah, I was getting high too. And I had a job. You know, a good job, a career. And a family, and a household, and all that. I was a functioning addict at the time. But don't try to take something away from me that I was a part of. Then now you're just throwing shade, man. You know? You lie a lot. I learned this long time ago, that you just blatantly lie. I marked the timestamp, 1 hour and 4 minutes to 1 hour and 8 minutes. All this shit was lies. Nothing but lies. Everything. There was nothing I could pull out of there that made any sense. I'm not from the stoner generation, okay? I've been from the barrio since the 70s, okay? I don't know what year you were born, but I think you were born in the 70s. You see, I'm not much older than you. I got quite a few years on you, you know? I wish I didn't. It's not something that I'm happy about. I wish I was younger than you. But, hey, we can't have everything we want. Yeah, there was a stoner generation came around way after. So you don't know what you're talking about there, okay? You say that we met one time, and that when I met you, I was like your #1 fan, and oh, can I rub your feet, and oh, you're doing so good for the neighborhood and for the raza and this and that. That's a lie. I talked to you about something serious that you even said that I talked to you about. And yeah, I did mention something so that you know I knew what I was talking about. And you know what that is. Get it out of your head that anybody told me to not talk about you or to stay away from you because I got in trouble. They were trying to prevent me from getting in trouble if something happened to you. Okay, that's what was explained to me. We just don't want something to happen to that fool because they're gonna come after you. So get it right. You know what I mean? You're so full of shit. You're just making stuff up now. I told you the whole remedy. Just come to the neighborhood, man. Have a meeting. You know, you're right. It's not my decision. The decision's been made already by a way more than majority of homeboys. You know what I mean? But come and maybe you could persuade them differently. I don't know who these vatos are that you talk to. They're probably homeboys that are off on the outskirts and just pick up all the comadre shit and then go over there and spit at you, you know? But yeah, nobody really knows how I moved, what I was doing, how I was involved, except for the people that were with me and were involved with me. So, you know, and besides that, it's nothing to really be proud of, you know? And I don't see why you even bring it up. Talking about bringing it up, you go out and put Barrio Pedo out into the fucking algorithm. You mentioned I don't know how many names que these homeboys left this homeboy and he died and this and that. Hey, come on, man. That's barrio. That's shit for the barrio to know. You don't have to put stuff like that on YouTube. You know, I don't know who you think you are, homie, that you could speak like that, but I'm sure there's going to be repercussions for that, homie, because we don't do that, dog. You know, I did it to you because who you are. And that because you're not from the barrio. You keep thinking my barrio. Yeah, maybe at one time it was your barrio, homie, but you fucked that off. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time with this. You do whatever you want to do, man, but everybody always leaves us alone. Nobody's talking about you, nobody cares, and then you go and you bring it up again. You know, I think you like the attention. I think that's a way to get your face out there. And then you got pinchy Norbies. Hey, daddy, babe, hey, maybe he wanted to become your intern. Come on, fuck, really? Are you that stupid, Norbies? He's got you for his massages and shit. You know? Knock it off, Norbies. You should keep your mouth shut when you're sitting up there. You don't have a stake in this unless you want one, you know? Yeah, so anyways, I don't know about the other guys that he talked about, but I could tell you, man, from 1 hour and 4 minutes to 1 hour and 8 minutes, all he did was lie and make shit up with a clear face, a straight face. He don't have a problem doing this. You know, that's his MO. Everybody knows he's a fucking liar, you know? But, you know, you do your thing, man. Rock the way you want, you know? But I told you, man, just clear this shit up. I know I would. Hey, the next day I would have been in the barrio like, hey, homie, I see a vato on YouTube talking about I'm not from the barrio and stuff. What's going on, homie? I don't know. Let's call him. Órale, boom. And confronted the dude. Hey, homie, why you talking all that, masa, homie? What's up with that? You know? And get it straightened out. You know? But you, what's it been, like 2 fucking years? And you've done nothing to clear nothing or to get anything straight. You know? You just stay behind that camera on your little sofa there doing your thing, you know? Yeah, you could go wherever you want. You could do whatever you want to do, man. There's cameras everywhere. But you're going to one day find yourself somewhere where you shouldn't have went. And be careful when you do, man. There's a lot of people, man, that have disdain for you. You know, that they really don't like you, homie. You know, especially after this last thing that came out. You know, we knew what you were going to say long before you even came out and said. I didn't know. She told me she was this old She lied to me. You knew we were going to question that. Oh, but she had a fake ID, you know. You know, there's no helping this, man. You're too far gone. You could talk about the whole fucking YouTube, everybody on Instagram, on every fucking social media platform. I think you've dug your hole too deep, man. I think that's where you're at right now, you know, and you're feeling it. You're feeling it, and it's eating at you, and that's why you're bringing it up. And you think by talking bad about other people that it's going to elevate you and your standing. That's not how it works. Then you're talking about prison. You've never been to prison, homie. You've never been there. I know you wouldn't work in prison, homie. You just couldn't. You couldn't do it, you know. I'm glad you never gone there. I hope you never do. I hope you change this fucking mind of yours, because it's got some kind of sickness, you know. Worry about your family, man. You're too old already, man, to be worried about, you know, what Avario thinks and everything. Really, homie? You care that much at 40 years old? Huh? What have you been doing with your life, dude? You know, I don't get it, homie. You're right, homie. I've never done nothing for the barrio. I've never hurt nobody in the name of this barrio. Never. I never have, and I never will. I don't do those things. I never done those things, you know. But I wasn't running around with a pookie and lying to the girls, homie. The people that know me and that hung around with me and have ridden with me know exactly who I am. Not 5%, homie, but 100% where my heart's at. So the one in question is you. So stop trying to throw shade on me to bring questions about me up. Anybody who's important to me, they know what's up with me. You know, you're always trying to discredit me and shit. You can't do it, homie. You can't do it. My reputation's like fucking 40 years old, fool. You know, there's so many homies that would vouch for me, homie. You know, so you think what you want. Just watch your mouth, man. Don't be talking about homies and what they've done and who's done what, and you know, not even, I don't give a fuck if he's your primo, okay, your primo killed himself and all of that shit. Hey, homie, you know, some things like shouldn't even go on fucking social media, dude. You know, whatever the homie did or whatever he was going through, homie, that was between him and God and his family that cared about him. That's his family that's trying to make money off of his demise. Made yourself look cheap there, man. Pero dale gas, homie, you keep on doing your thing, man. You keep on lying to the people. You've been doing it all along. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video, dude. Get out of this cycle. Marvelous. Listen to yourself and the things you say. Maybe you could convince yourself to stop being this vato, homie, that everybody fucking hates and despises and, you know, and talks about, you know. Even the people that go on interviews that don't have a podcast talk bad about you and clown you, and it's ugly, man. It's bad. But if this is your way on dealing with it and handling it, ponle. But you're too far gone, Marvelous. Your followers are still gonna follow you. You know, whoever befriended you, they're gonna still follow you. They don't know, homie. They don't know they only know 5%, and that 5%'s a lie. What they know about you, you know, because people in your circle that know you, that talk with you all the time and stuff, they tell me things, homie. I knew about that girl being pregnant and your kid being from a black gang long before all that came out, dog. Long before that came out. Somebody had already contacted me about that shit. I didn't care. I wasn't gonna do, go make a video about it. And it all came out to be true, you know. I think you have a problem with people, with especially older people that use drugs. So do I. You don't know it because you're not around and you don't know me, but I haven't used for a long time now, homie. And I'm in a lot of people's mouth that because I was able to do that. And they know I'm not, you know, because we'd all deal from the get from the same people, you know. And yeah, I don't fuck around. So if you want to keep on attacking me for something that I did in my life, you know, go ahead. It doesn't put me down, homie. I use that as a springboard to try to help people, man, that have drug problems, man. Because I think that's more of a worthy cause than to talk about somebody that's acting out like you are. You know what I mean? Like that's an embarrassment. You know? Yeah. Yeah. And I think today was probably your last straw, homie, for opening your mouth. Shouldn't be talking about homeboys and putting their names out here, and they're still walking around and they're still alive, dog. I done videos about homies that I ran with that have passed away, you know, and their families have gotten to me and told me how they enjoy hearing about their loved ones and how they trip out and on that kind of stuff, and do I know any more stories about them, and you know. But that's between me and them and my subscribers. But yeah, you got to do something, man. Stop pointing your finger at people, man, because 3 are pointing right back at you. And you still got that fucking dodo up there fucking... Well, do you think it's correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Papa. But do you think that maybe he's got that adrenaline, need for adrenaline? Shut the fuck up. You know? People, this is my video for today. I don't know what to say about this guy anymore. Everything's been said and done. I'm doing this because he seems to be coming up with new lies as he tries to answer to his shenanigans, you know? And no, he didn't only see me one time. He was always buying shit from me. Your kids know that you're a pillhead and that you like that opium shit. So, you know, I wish I would have known you now, because I would have talked you out of buying them. I wouldn't have even sold you anything. I would have told you, hey, homie, this shit fucks you up, and I would have give you some consejo. But you know what? It's too late for all that, homie. Anyways, get off that fucking circle, man. Get out of that cycle and stop bringing this shit up already, homie. You look bad enough already. You're looking bad. Trust me, you're looking bad. You're trying to make other people look bad, but you're looking bad. You know, you look like a hurt puppy. You know, that, you know, the ones with their legs all fucked up and can't walk, and man, you're fucking injured, man, in a bad way. Worry about your family. Fuck YouTube. Fuck this social media. Go after your kids, man. Concentrate on them. You know, use your marvelous mind. Oh, speaking about marvelous, you said the maravillosos. I don't know nothing about the maravillosos. They said, man, baboso, I was a maravilloso, a real maravilloso at one time. You know, and so you obviously don't know. Oh, the feds. Bob, well, so you don't think they fucking know? They had all our pictures in the fucking OSS office, all separate from the other homies. You know, they know all about it. I mean, it's not a secret. You know, people have done false narratives about what that word means. Probably you don't know what it means, because you're definitely not one or ever been one. First clue. You have to be in prison for that. That's something that has to do with prison, not the streets, man. Something you don't know, okay? But we say we're all marvelous. Somos maravillosos. We're marvelous ones. But it doesn't mean the same as what the word stands for. And that was long before that. You weren't even in Pampers, man. You were just a sparkle in your dad's eye. Who, now that I mention, I think a lot of your problem is you have a problem with older vatos that use, you know, because I think that was the root of you not being able to have a regular home. You should talk about that. You know, you had your mom and somewhere else, I'm not going to even say, and your dad somewhere else, both doing their thing, but neither one had time for you. So you got a mama papa syndrome, if anything. And you're right, if your grandpa wasn't there to scoop you up, you'd probably be in the system of foster homes. You know, dude, I 5% is too little bit of what I know on you, man. You know, I just didn't put together who you were until it took me a while to do some digging and talking, you know. But watch what you say, Danny. Watch what comes out of your mouth, homie. It could be detrimental to your health, to your safety. And you could be putting your loved ones in jeopardy. Oh, wait a minute. That was you who said that, huh? About people who say things that they shouldn't talk about. I'm sorry, you already know that. All-knowing, benevolent one. Anyways, this is my video. Thanks for watching. I know it went a long ways. Hey, he spent he spent like an hour talking about everybody. So I don't think 22 minutes is too long to make sure I covered all the important issues, you know. And the most important, you're still who you are. And I know you hate being in that skin, but there you are. Huh? So let's maybe work on your family, dude. And when you want to fix your problem with the neighborhood, just come to the neighborhood, man. It won't take that many guys, you know. Small handful to speak, maybe one from every clique, and they could come back and bring back whatever the cliques come up with, and we'll decide, and then we go from there, you know. And who knows, I might end up getting me a DP. Anyways, thanks for watching, people. This video is just for shits and giggles. Trust me, it's not that serious. It's just comical. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay safe, people. Stay out from behind them bars and behind them prison walls. Hope to see you on the next one.